But
But yeah,
so I guess just to kind of close the loop on an earlier question, you know, it it doesn't seem to me that there's any chance whatsoever that we will ever see members of the military on the streets of the United States behaving in a way that ICE agents and CBP agents are behaving right now.
nope.
Okay.
Nope. Yeah, and yeah, let me be, I mean, very clear about that. And the judges in a lot of their decisions have brought things up like that. Like, hey, there's no reason when they've shut down some of these deployments, there is no open rebellion. There is no invasion. And
Yeah,
they have done that,
exactly.
and there's been a trend of all of those things. And inside the military, and I wouldn't doubt if behind closed doors, you have had more than one, maybe a group of military leaders like whispering to these guys going, "Don't fucking do it." Because then the military gets put in the position of like, "Well, now we have to take next steps." And that gets into a historic point, you know, in our country where I think they've got the message, but that doesn't mean that they're not going to try to make people scared of it. And voting is next. Like with the elections coming up in
Hmm.
2026, the midterms, they're going to try to make people absolutely terrified of voting because they're going to try to get National Guard out to all these spaces. And National Guard are limited by law to how close they can be within voting spaces. But people don't know that. When he says, I'm going to, send out security units to make sure that voting is secure, he's going to try to make people afraid to go vote. That's coming.
I've made several videos where I believe that 2026 is going to be the year of voter suppression
They're going to
efforts
try.
from Donald Trump and Republicans in the House and the Senate and Republicans in state legislatures around the country. I mean, Republicans are so cooked in the midterms.
Oh my God.
They're so cooked.
And
If
it's only going to get worse.
if well, and it's like if the midterm elections are allowed to proceed as they have in the past, it's going to be a rout. They're just going to get absolutely routed. They'll probably lose the Senate too. And Donald Trump understands that. Stephen Miller understands that. Other senior Republicans and Republicans in the House and the Senate, they understand that. And so they're going to do everything they can, not necessarily to actually steal the 2026 midterm elections, but to muck them up to such a point, that Republicans hang on by a fingernail in the House and the Senate. Which, I mean, let's say that the Democrats do successfully take at least the House in the 2026 midterms. As animated as the Democratic base has been over the last year, can you imagine what they're going to be demanding of Democrats in the House?
There's going to be like
They're going to
multiple
demand that Donald Trump gets impeached every other Friday.
yeah, dude, and he may very well. Like the he's got 2 now. I could see it being a minimum of 5. I think Vegas has it as 5 over under.
Sure. Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
man, that's going to be
No,
crazy.
it is. But I do think they're going to try to use the fear of the military to do suppression. They've obviously been going down the gerrymandering road, and they just got rescued by Alito, in Texas for at least a period of time.
Well, yeah, that's temporary, but we'll see.
That's
We'll see what
temporary.
happens with that.
Yep. That was kind of expected.
The Texas redistricting. Yeah.